everybody.
I'm Maggie.
I'm Drew.
Welcome to Hurds Showcase.
I didn't say it.
No, you didn't. God, he's so bad at this.
Oh, well.
So, we have big news. In our last video, I actually may have cut it out when I was editing. We were talking about how it's going to be hard to talk about stuff when we're not actually taking a trip. Well, surprise! We're taking a trip!
Very quickie kind of trip, but a trip nonetheless. What we'll do, we're doing it a little bit differently than what we're used to doing. So, we'll talk a little bit about what the trip's going to look like, and then I'm going to ask whoever watches this, hopefully a good bit of you, will give us some pointers. We're into uncharted territory, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Yeah, so we'll kind of just touch on what we're doing. So yeah, we are heading back down end of March. We're gonna driving down, and we're gonna be at Saratoga Springs for a couple of days, and then we're gonna make our first trip over to Animal Kingdom Lodge at Kidani Village. I've never stayed there, so it'll be new for us. So this is where I ask the community that watches us, have you stayed there? What's it like? What's the good, the bad, the ugly? Does transportation stink? How far away are you from things? How's Sanaa? Basically, what are we walking into when we go to Animal Kingdom Lodge for this trip? Yeah, so we got the what's it called? The magic ticket. So that's the 4 parks, 1 park. So we're gonna hit all 4 parks, not all in one day this time. And we're also gonna not drink around the world, just from a budget standpoint and a time constraint. I'd rather do other things in Epcot than stand in line for drinks. Not to say that we're not going to drink. We're gonna hit a couple of our favorites, and definitely. I think money permitting and line permitting, I wouldn't mind trying the Neil Patrick Harris drink in
that's right.
in Mexico. So that would be
hopefully we can try that new marg.
So
sorry, I'm trying to get the least amount of glare on my glasses.
Yeah.
I need to not wear glasses when we do.
Yeah, this is kind of impromptu, but whatever. Yeah, so we're gonna be in Animal Kingdom the first day. Tomorrow is Fast Pass Day.
Yay!
So it's the 30th is Fast Pass Day. So we're going for Flight of Passage. We're going for Slinky Dog Dash. We're going for not a lot of big tickets in Magic Kingdom, so that should be fun.
You've been really lucky the last couple times that you've done Fast Pass Day.
Yeah, I've done pretty well. Not a lot of wiggle room this time, so we really can't move days around, especially with Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
We have a really packed day at Hollywood Studios planned. We have both booked the lightsaber experience, so number 2 pointer for you guys. If you've done Savi's workshop, what is it like?
Yes.
What do you recommend doing? What do you recommend building style? Obviously, we don't know what we're gonna build yet. I have an idea, and I think you do too.
I think I do too.
But we won't. We'll show them off afterwards.
We've seen videos of a couple different podcasters and stuff like that who have done it and have taken videos, and we're so excited.
We've seen podcasters, and I've seen a lot of editing to make it look like the greatest thing ever. So, is it really the greatest thing ever? And if it is, it's worth $200 each.
Yeah.
Point number 3 that we're gonna ask the Disney community for.
I thought that was 2.
No.
Oh no.
3's coming. Rise of the Resistance.
Yes.
What's going on there? We are. I'm kind of keeping up with it. You got to get there at like 6 in the morning. You have to log into the app right at 7 when park opens. You have to be in the park. I've got all that. For those that have gotten Rise of the Resistance boarding groups, how have you done it? As in, what time did you leave your resort? What time did you open the app? Do you open the app beforehand and refresh? Do you open the app right at 7? I've heard don't use the Disney Wi-Fi. That makes sense. The Wi-Fi spotty at best. So, all in all, our goal is to do Rise of the Resistance. So we'll see how we do with that. We have Savi's workshop first thing in the morning, 9:25. So we're going to be carrying around lightsabers all day. I'm sure the cast members will love that when we ride other stuff. Smuggler's Run before. I don't need to try to fast pass it. The only thing is, if I can get it, I would probably try to another position besides engineer.
Yeah, me too.
We both did single rider last year. When you do single rider, seems like that's where you get most of the time, just based on the logistics of the hold 6 people, party of 4.
Yeah.
You know, party of 2, even though there's 2 single riders. The 2 single riders are going to be your engineers. So the only way I would do that, if I can get it, I'll try. But I'm not gunning for it. And we didn't do Slinky Dog last time we were there. So
that's true. We didn't.
So it'd be kind of cool to do that. For the most part, end our trips in Magic Kingdom. We're not going to do that this time, just due to park hours and whatnot. So
it all kind of depended. We were looking at the schedule for like what days have extra magic hours in the morning, which would have them in the evening. So we kind of judged our days based on that.
So we got Magic Kingdom. I don't know what my fast passes are going to be for that. I'm really not picky.
We said Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, we didn't do Haunted Mansion last time, and that's a sin. So
which was kind of disappointing that we didn't do it for the Halloween party. I really wanted to do it, but we didn't quite have the time, which was really a bummer.
That's a rant for another day, based on hard ticket events, and is it actually worth the money?
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be one of our debates down the road. I promise we're going to start doing those.
Yes, we were going to do it, but we don't have the mental capacity right now.
No, I'm really tired. It's been a week. So the fact that we're even here.
Yeah. But we didn't do a video last week, so we felt like we did.
No, we're still bad at this. New equipment aside, we're still bad at this. We need to...
At least it was only a week that went by rather than like a month.
Magic Kingdom, definitely Haunted Mansion. One of the mountains. I think Splash will be back up refurbishment, and we didn't do that last time.
I think it's in the middle or end of February, so it's
same with Test Track. That'll be back up too.
Yes.
Just trying to think of what we actually got to do in Magic Kingdom, which wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah.
So Space Mountain's kind of on the back burner of this trip for other stuff, but we have a full day. I know we can get done what we want to get done.
Yes.
In a full day at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have more time in each park than we did the last time that we went. Because that was literally one ride and then go.
Yeah. And then Epcot is our last day. And, of course, that'll be filled with the land and kind of seeing what's going on with the construction and what's there, what's not there. I don't expect a whole lot out of Epcot.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need to stay there the whole day, so if we want to break off and do something else, then we can.
I was gonna say that might be a kind of half day. Animal Kingdom, maybe a half day. We're not really sure about that.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom, I kind of want to take my time in this go around. Kind of walk around a little bit more. Yeah. Maybe do the trails and whatnot. So we'll see. But park hours are only till 8, so there'll definitely be some Disney Springs in there.
Yeah. Hopefully we can see some of our cast member friends that we didn't get to see the last time because we missed them so terribly. So hopefully we get to see them when we're down there, because our last trip was even quicker than this one's going to be. So hopefully we can get the chance to see them.
Yeah, our last trip was really for eliminations, and then more of a proper Disney trip where we're actually trying to do stuff. And
that's not to say that that was not a fun trip, because it so was. It was exhausting, but it was so much fun. But it's going to be nice to be able to take our time in all 4 parks again, like we usually would do.
And yeah, I think Epcot's got a lot to offer in terms of kind of relaxing. It's our last day, and then we have the drive back. So
we're also gonna at some point do we want to ride the Skyliner.
Yep, and we want to see
Riviera.
We want
to go to Riviera because I want to see and cry at the Tangled Mosaic.
Yeah. Backstory of how this trip came to be. We put ourselves on the DVC wait list for Boardwalk and for Riviera right around the Moonlight Magic. And the more we thought about it, the more we kind of realized that it's going to be hard, if not impossible, to get this wait list done.
I think with having 2 wait lists, it probably would have given us better chances. But at the same time, if they had said we couldn't do either of them, then there was going to be no trip at all.
Yeah.
And that would have been even more disappointing.
It really came down to...
So...
Do you want to wait till 2021 for the 50th, or do you want to make a trip out of it?
Or even 2022, because...
And we decided that we are going to make a trip out of it, so... Here we go!
We're still waiting on what the dates are going to be for the start of the 50th for 2021. It may not start until...
Who knows?
September, October, so...
That's a golden question. I think, isn't Destination D or something coming up this year? I bet they'll talk about it then.
Probably.
Yeah. I really don't have a whole lot more to talk about, do you?
I don't think so.
So yeah, we are going to check out Riviera. We have We got a reservation for a first-time dining experience for you at Rose and Crown. I've eaten there many times. I love it there.
So excited. It's one of our favorite places, but I've never eaten there. So
you gotta. I know you don't like fish and chips, so get something else. But the pudding.
Oh, the pudding.
Yeah, the pudding for dessert's where it's at. So I would highly recommend that. So yeah, I'm opening up to the Disney community just on some of the things they've experienced this time of the year. Flower and Garden's going on.
Yes.
We've never been to that, so that's a new experience. Really curious of how the ones that have done it have conquered Rise of the Resistance and getting a boarding group and making it work throughout your day. And
it is possible, apparently.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but I'm reading just 7:05, like 5 minutes after park open. They're gone. So, there's zero margin for error, which is the unfortunate thing. What else are we doing this trip? No,
we're really excited to be doing some new stuff like Animal Kingdom Lodge. We have never stayed there. And actually, when we were booking, we called the DVC agent. And she was like, I see that there's Old Key West here. Do you want to go there and spend less points? We were like, actually, we want to stay somewhere new. So
yeah, our home resort's Old Key West, and we stay there a lot. So
nothing as much as we love Old Key West.
Yeah, nothing against Old Key West. It's a gorgeous resort. Please stay there if you can. The refurbished rooms look really nice. But Saratoga's nice too, right by downtown Disney. Yeah. Oh, I called it the old thing. Disney Springs, sorry. And then Animal Kingdom Lodge at the Kidani Village is going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, we've got some fun stuff coming up. Of course, we're going to take some stuff with us. If we do drive, I might bring the laptop, and we might blog from the room, time permitting. But if we fly, I'm not going to bring the laptop.
Oh, one thing we do need to do that we will eventually decide on is our travel stuffy.
Oh, yeah, travel stuffy.
Our perks. We always get, for those of you, I don't remember if we posted this on Instagram.
No, it's on Insta because we took 0 last time.
Yes. So the last couple trips, it hasn't been every single trip, but we kind of officially started it like 2 or 3 trips ago.
Actually, my parents started it.
Yeah, your parents kind of unintentionally started it when I had an Olaf stuffy that I sleep with. I guess I still sleep with stuffies.
Yeah, we're children at heart. It's fine.
Yeah. And they took him around like the pool and the pool bar, which the bartender got very angry about. And then we eventually took him into the parks, and we put him in different places in Epcot. And it kind of started this, every trip we get a new stuffed animal that we've
done it 3 times. I think it's 3 times, right?
So we did it with Olaf.
Yeah,
we had
4 then.
We did
Christmas Stitch when we went to the Christmas party that year.
Yep.
And it was also Hogwarts. He treated it and went to
Hogwarts.
Which was fun.
And that was cute when we met Stitch too, and I had my Stitch backpack, and he actually found the Christmas Stitch, which was really cute.
And then we had Figment.
Yes, we had our Figment.
Because I took him around the Polynesian and the G-Flow for the wedding.
Yes, that's right.
They did not get mad at me when I put him on the Cooks of Dublin bar.
Yes.
So that's a picture.
And then this past trip we had 0. So we're still debating on what we want.
So again,
let's
start up to the community that want to input something. So we're thinking, ideally, since we're really Star Wars heavy this trip, we want the child, Baby Yoda.
I don't know how possible that one's going to be.
I don't know how hard. It's going to be hard to do because it's all on pre-order, and the people that do have one, it's off-brand.
Yeah,
they're asking an insane amount of money.
I don't know that I want to do the Build-A-Bear one.
No. I mean, I'm not taking a $60 stuffy.
Oh gosh.
We have Oswald that we haven't taken because we bought him before we started this.
One of my co-teacher is actually a cast member, and she's going in a couple weeks, and I might have her grab Painter Mickey from Riviera. We were actually thinking about going to Topolino's, but we're kind of back and forth.
Let's start. Let me throw that out there too. If anyone's done Topolino's Terrace for breakfast, particularly, what is it like? Just kind of full disclosure, I'm a really, really picky eater, so I don't know if there's something there that would help or really fit with my palate. I've looked up pictures of the waffle. It looked a little fancy for my blood, but it looked like something I could eat. What is your take on it? Have you taken a picky eater to this place? And I don't want to be the stooge that's getting like a Mickey waffle at a $41 per person breakfast, but it would be kind of cool to see the Fab Four and their costumes.
Their costumes are so cute, and
But,
I'm a huge artist. I'm a huge painter and drawer, so meeting Painter Mickey would be amazing.
Cool. So,
I would love that.
I'm still on the fence on it, but I don't know. If we don't do that, we're gonna get beignets before we drive home from Port Orleans. We could do both.
Oh, we could do beignets for the road.
Hey, that's thinking. Fast passes
excited.
are tomorrow. What we might do is do a little Disney magic and splice this video, and a video tomorrow that shares our fast passes.
Yeah.
Kind of what we did and how we're gonna do it. So yeah, we might do that. Before I sign off, I do want to give a quick shout out to DVC Member Services that helped us hook up this trip.
Yes.
Really.
I don't remember the cast member's
No,
name.
I'm really disappointed in myself that I don't remember her name, but,
but she was so
I'm
helpful.
sure everyone there is very helpful. But
everyone that we've ever had to call or work with.
It was one of the situations. I've never done a split trip with 2 resorts with all that other stuff, so I didn't want to get it wrong, and all of a sudden there's a gap where I don't have a room and I'm scrambling. Not that there wouldn't have been a solution, but I don't do well. I don't do well.
It's terrible anxiety.
Yeah, I have terrible anxiety about stuff like that, especially. So the fact that I was able to call member services and say, I'm seeing this online. Can you confirm that this is what you're seeing? And then help me book it. So she was great, and we have our rooms. We could still do Magical Express, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's just it was a really great experience. But I think we are gonna drive. For those that don't know, it's from Baltimore to Florida, so it's not going to be an easy drive, and we're going to be tired, but we'll make it happen. We'll share the duties and sleep.
Duties.
So, all right, we're about 20 minutes in, so I think with splicing and editing, we'll take it down a little bit. But I think that's all for now. Yeah.
Sounds
all right.
good to
Well,
me. So wish us luck for
Fast Day tomorrow. We'll touch in with what we got and what we're doing, and I can't wait to build a lightsaber. It's gonna be the highlight of my trip, I think. $200 well spent. I already have a couple of swords that are gonna be hanging up in our house one day, so what's one more? Alrighty, until next time, I'm Drew.
Maggie, TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Bye.